Good evening to everyone. Good evening to all of us here. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please. If you can hear me, please comment at the comment section. Drop your comment there. If you can hear me, drop your comment at the section. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from anywhere you are around the world. This is the voice of Ayora. May light shine upon our path. It's my honor to welcome all of us to this very event, the magic of March. March is just a few hours from now. We're talking about the magic of March. I welcome everybody here. This is our year of magical manifestation. As we all are aware, it's our year of magical manifestation. And 2 months into that year, many of us are already seeing the magic manifesting in their lives. It's manifesting so real in many of our lives. If you are joining us for the first time, or you're just passing by and then you are overheard this broadcast, this is Eye of Ra. And the Eye of Ra is a place where science, spirituality, and native wisdom converge together. Eye of Ra is a platform where everything, everyone, every idea is not just welcome, but treasured and honored. That is why it's the melting point of everything. That is what Eye of Ra is known for. Melting point of everything. Your wisdom combines with the knowledge you have acquired over the years. And when it comes to Eye of Ra, your wisdom and knowledge will meet spirituality and also meet native wisdom. That is why Eye of Ra is a melting point. So if you are joining us for the first time, you are warmly welcome to this gathering. This is where your inner light is going to be ignited if it has not been ignited. I know you must be hearing spiritual awakening. People talk about it. You watch those videos, you listen to people's experiences. But I tell you that this is where you are going to have real spiritual awakening. If you haven't experienced it before, or you're eager to experience it, then this is your moment. This is your chance. You are at the right place. And if you have been following us, then you already know why we are here. And if you are a subscribed member, then you already know the commitment that you have undertaken. And then if you are a member of the council, the inner house. Then you can understand the privilege. I welcome everybody to this live broadcast tonight with a theme, the magic of March. And March is just a few hours away. And we're already talking about it. We're talking about March because of its significance. We've seen January, we've seen February. It's now time for us to see March. And how are we marching into March? That is exactly what we are talking about tonight. This broadcast is not going to take your time so much. It's going to be very brief. I understand that many of us are expecting those who have read Sparks to testify, but it's not going to be tonight. And I tell you that there are a lot to talk about. If you don't know what the Sparks is all about, the Sparks is a sacred book authored by no other person but I, myself. It's on the website in case you want to order. And I tell you that the Sparks New Beginning is the only book in the whole universe that cannot just tell you about spiritual awakening, but it also shows you the process. There are lots of rites in it that you have to undertake by yourself. As you're unlocking your higher realms, awakening your soul to begin your spiritual journey, you are feeling everything in the text. So it's not just a theoretical book. It's not a book about stories, events. It's not a book about phenomena. It's a practical spiritual awakening book. And a couple of us have come across it. They've read it. They've said so many things about it. And many are willing to say more. But it won't be tonight. Because we have just a few things to cover. And we can see that before the year started, we boasted of being loaded with programs. Yeah, we have got a lot of events, a lot of teachings in stock, but the year hasn't really started as we anticipated. We do a program we call Enclave. And that Enclave is where we discuss everything you need to know about life, about spirituality, the connection between spirituality and physicality. How does it really work? Is an event that where all your confusions are cleared completely. And we do that every Thursday. We call it Enclave. From how you can master your destiny to how you can ignite your inner light to who is God and how does God actually operate? Does he actually exist? If he does, how does he operate? To the universe where we are, how did we find ourselves here? What are we doing here? If you can't answer all those questions, then your impact on this planet will be heavily limited. So in Enclave, we discuss all sorts of things, and we lined up a couple of topics for the year, at least covering about 12 weeks. And so far, we have only managed to attend just the first topic of that Enclave. And it's because we reserved this particular program for subscribed members. We reserved the Enclave only for subscribed members. And then for subscribed members, we had another channel where we participate in Enclave. So we were not broadcasting Enclave on any social media, whether live or a rebroadcast. We never shared the video of the one we had because it was preserved for subscribed members alone. But then we are also thinking this message should be for everybody. And we are also thinking even those who are not subscribed members should be privy to this life-changing opportunity of participating in this program. So while we were deliberating on that, we suspended it for two weeks, and we finally agreed that Enclave shall be made public. Yes. So starting from next Thursday, we shall be broadcasting Enclave live here, just the way we are doing right now. We shall be broadcasting it live. Those who have questions can put it, post it on the comment section while the live event is on. And I tell you that it's going to be very lively and interesting. And that is not even the end. We are also working on upgrading Enclave. We want to make it a full podcast. We want to have a studio for it, make it a full podcast where people can actually dial in or something. You want to make it big because we have got very interesting topics there to discuss. And the more people that we broadcast to, the better for the world. The better people are knowledgeable about what is going on, the better people manage their life, manage their expectations, manage their spirituality, and know exactly what to believe and what not to believe. Also know their responsibilities in the universe, because we have all got our responsibilities. So Enclave is a wonderful program that we are still upgrading on. So if you have any idea, you listening, watching, as our follower, a member, or someone who just picked interest, if you have any idea of how we can make Enclave a top program, please do well to share with us. We are still thinking. If you are a producer or you are a videographer, if you know how to put up skits or create content, you can also reach us. So we'll see how best we can push this program called Enclave. It's something that the world needs, especially at this very moment. So starting from next Thursday, we shall be broadcasting Enclave right here. And I tell you that that topic of next week shall be about destiny. So you better get prepared. You shall know exactly what you're doing here. So moving away from Enclave to the very topic of the day, the magic of March. Why does March matter so much? We always hear about March. For some of us who read Julius Caesar, we heard about beware of the eyes of March. So March has always been a very significant month, extremely significant. And for us, in Iovra, is very significant for us because it is the month that we undertake a very important festival called NUMBREYO. We had it last year, but not on this nomenclature. It wasn't NUMBREYO. We only called it 6369. That's what we tagged it last year. So this year we have added a brand to it, NUMBREYO 369. And people have been asking, what exactly is that? NUMBREYO is one of the major reasons why our March is going to be filled with magic. Don't forget that this is 2024, our year of magical manifestation. Many of us are already manifesting. If you are manifesting, I am manifesting. I'm telling you that 2024 is my year of magic, and I'm already manifesting. And many of us here are already manifesting it. You can also manifest. And that manifestation is exactly why the month of March is very important to us. The magic of March. And it's very important because of our festival called NUMBREYO 369. Now, what is it all about? Funny name with funny figures. What is it all about? Well, let's listen very well. For those who have been following us, you know what number is all about. And I have stated it several times that number is the most important thing in the universe. Number rules our world. It rules our universe. For me to be able to broadcast to you tonight, a lot of numbers are being manipulated to transmit this information right to your device. Numbers are manipulated. The most important single element in our life is number. Number represent everything in this world. It represents you holding your device like right now and listening. As you're listening, I know you're looking at your time. Probably there is something you need to do in the next few minutes. And that few minutes is numbers talking. I'm sure that if your bank account balance moves with 2, 3, 4 digits more, I'm very sure that your life is going to change. And what will add up those digits? Numbers. So you can see that numbers rule your time, numbers rule your money, numbers rule your life. That's why the day you are born is very important. For some in astrology, for your future to be read, they need to know when you are born. In Western astrology, your zodiac sign has everything to do with the month and the day you were born. And that is number controlling how you came into this world. And in Chinese astrology, your zodiac sign is tied to the year you were born. And that's number controlling your life. So number is everything in this world. As you're thinking, you're calculating, your brain is moving from one place to another, calculating, thinking, is all numbers ruling over your thoughts, numbers ruling over your mind. It's numbers that will make you to arrive at a place when others are living because you're late. It's numbers that will make you to arrive at the right place at the right time because you time it. The importance of numbers in our life can never be overemphasized. If you know, you will know that if there's one thing, only thing that matters in this life, and it's numbers, you should know that it's numbers. And we have been talking about numbers, and there have been questions about numbers. Numbers, I mean, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and count. You keep counting. That's number. Those numerals rule your world. They rule your finances. They rule your thoughts. They rule your activities. They rule your health. Those numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as the case may be, and keep counting. That is everything that you live for. And then why are we talking about numbers? Because we are talking about why March is such an important month for us. The magic of March. And that magic of March, we are beginning it with NUMBREYO 369. And NUMBREYO is very spiritual event, very deep spiritual event that connects you with universal numbers. Listen very well and you understand what I mean. So these numbers we've been talking about, it rules your life, how old you're going to live in this world, if you're going to live for 40, 70, 80, 90, 100, is all numbers that will determine how many you're going to live. And you wonder, is this thing number this important in your life? I tell you that that is the only thing that matters. And that's why on my journey, I was eager to know. In my curiosity, I wanted to know what exactly is number and why does it matter? I saw that on a journey. As usual, when I seek to go on a journey, I go. What I ask for, I get. The questions I ask, I get the answers. And when I tell you that if I should be teaching you one thing every day, that it will take more than 2,000 years for me to teach you everything I know. It will take more than 2,000 years. If I should be teaching you something new every day, it will take more than 2,000 years to teach you everything I know. So you can imagine how far behind we are. So throughout my lifetime, I won't be able to tell you all that I know. So now we have to take advantage of it and know the ones I have to share. And I tell you that the ones I'm sharing are the ones that are so much important to your life. They are the ones that rule your life, rule your thoughts, rule your environment, rule your world. And I tell you that nothing rules your world better than numbers. Take it from me. On my journey, I asked, Why does number matter so much to we humans? And that's when I started getting the response about numbers. And I was told that if you can manipulate numbers, then you can manipulate your world to your advantage. Listen very well. If you can manipulate numbers, then you can manipulate your world to your advantage. You can manipulate phenomena. You can manipulate your thoughts and even the thought of others. If you can manipulate numbers, then the world is at your feet. And let me tell you, when I mean manipulate numbers, what science does today is manipulation of numbers. If you ever had a little course on science, be it physics, be it chemistry, be it biology, you see that it's all numbers that are being manipulated there. The scientific equations you see are only giving you an idea, a technique on how to manipulate numbers. That's what scientific equations do for you. They tell you, okay, if you want to manipulate this machine, we're going to give you the equation, then you impute the numbers. It's numbers that produce this device that you and I are using to communicate. It's those who can manipulate numbers. They manipulated the device, manipulated the transmission, manipulated nature for this information to get to you. So what science does is to manipulate numbers. And you and I can see that those who are more scientifically advanced have advantage over the rest as far as this universe is concerned. Those who have scientific advantage have got advantage over others. That's why those who master the magic of numbers rule the world. If you can't hear me, go to the comment section and type yes. So NUMBREYO is a very important festival for us. On my journey, I communicated with the supreme God of the universe, and I say, why does this number matter? And everything was revealed to me. And I asked, since number is so important, how do we also master the act of manipulation, manipulating numbers? And then the response I got, I was told that in certain months, during certain days in a year, that God's power is at its peak. You call it universal power, you call it the powers of nature, you call it powers of the universe, you call it powers of God, I don't know. It depends on what you believe in. Like I say, this is a melting point for everything. So even those who don't believe in God are still part of us. They believe in nature. Some believe in nature. Some say, oh, God does not live in heaven. I say, fine, you're right. And some others say, God lives in heaven. I say, you're right. And by the time we get to Enclave, we discover that everybody is right. That is the magic of Eye of Ra. So irrespective of what you believe in, whether you believe in nature, you believe in God, you believe in whatever, But as long as you believe in supernatural forces, you believe that there are actually forces that control you or forces that are beyond you. As far as you believe in such forces, then for me, I consider it that you believe in God. So when I say God, God represents both those who see it as nature or those who see it as normal supernatural forces. So when I say God, or those who see it like He lives in heaven, irrespective of what God means to you, my term God represents everything you think about Him. So I was told in certain days, in certain months, God's powers are at its peak. That's the most powerful period for God's power to display. And I asked more questions. I sought further. I say, may I know this month and may I know these days? It was revealed to me. I did not say it was revealed to Abraham. Neither am I saying that it's revealed to Noah, Isaiah, or whoever that existed in the past. I never said that it was revealed to Hermes or Thoth or Socrates or Plato. I am not saying that it was revealed to any of those great souls that have existed in the past. I am saying that it was revealed to me, Eye of Ra, the quench fire flaming up. When the sun rises, I rise. I sought, I say, what are these days and what are these months? And the revelation I got, like I said, I did not say I read it from anywhere. You can turn the internet upside down, you won't see it. You won't find it anywhere. And meanwhile, that's the magic of my teaching. People will always say, Ira, your teaching is so original. Yeah, when I need to reference on things others have done, I do that. But most of the things I drop, start me 2 a.m. in the morning, I'll tell you the same because they flow naturally. Those are my personal experiences, personal encounters. As time goes on, many of you will know me better. And it won't be long. I asked, and I was told that 3 times in a year, out of the 12 months of the year, there are 3 months that are very special to God and to the universe. 3 of the 12 months. And I was told that God's powers are strongest starting from the 6th day to the 9th day of the 3rd month of every year. That's the first time, the first one. Starting from the 6th day to the 9th day of the 3rd month. Those days, you shall feel God's powers. You shall feel it yourself. I won't be the one to tell you, you feel it. And I was also told that from the 3rd day to the 9th day of the 6th month, God's powers in the universe are also strongest. All of you are alive, so you're going to feel it. When you feel it, you share your experience. Remember what I normally tell you. You don't have any reason to believe me. If you have no reason to believe me, don't believe me. But if you must believe me, then believe me out of personal conviction. And I always say that please do not believe in anything that you haven't felt or you haven't proved. I always say it here that if you don't like what I say, you unfollow me. Many people unfollow me every day. Many. Some who feel that our ideologies are awkward. Some who feel that what we talk about is not important. And some other people who feel that, oh, these ones are just having fun. We want something serious. We want something with big philosophical terms. And some people will say, your language is so simple. We want people who are going to teach us big terms, big philosophical terms. And if you don't like what I say, you have the right to go. But I tell you that what I tell you, you may not find it anywhere. And by the time you start looking for it, you may not be able to see it again. So it's an opportunity for you to learn and practice. From the 6th day, from the 3rd day to the 9th day of the 6th month. That is from 3rd to 6th, from 3rd to 9th of June. From 3rd to 9th of June. That's the 2nd month. Within this period, the forces of the universe are very strong. Very strong. Whatever you pray for, whatever you do, you get the results quicker within this period. And the last month, I was told, starting from the 3rd day to the 6th day of the 9th month, and that is from 3rd to 6th of September. So these are the 3 important months where the universe powers, forces of nature, or whatever you choose to call it, this period is at its peak. And you can imagine why this period, and what does this period has to do with numbers. So that's where you can see the magic of numbers and how they relate. I discovered that these days has everything to do with number 3, number 6, and number 9. And if you know a little about numerology, or if you have been on spiritual journey, number 369 shouldn't be a worry for you. We all know Nikola Tesla. That's one of the first people who identified that this set of number 369, and is known as God's number. It's known as the universal number 369. And then I discovered the coincidence between these days that God's powers are so strong. I discovered is it coincidence? I discovered there's a coincidence between the numbers 369 and these days. When I probed further, I was told there is no coincidence in the universe. That is well arranged. Because number 369 is God's code. For those of us who have read the sparks, we should be able to understand what numbers mean and how we in that book, the specs, for us who have read the specs, you know what metric signature is all about. It's all in that little book we are talking about. That's why people say it's more than a book. The information there you can't find anywhere. Just like what I'm telling you right now. The only information you can find here is 369, but any other thing I'm saying here, NUMBREYO, about forces of God when it's active, when it's most active, you can't see it anywhere. The internet is there for all of you. You can search. You can find out if there is anybody, anywhere, any group, any movement that celebrate these days. And I tell you that nobody. No religion, no spiritual movement, no esoteric organization have discovered this. And I'm telling you, take it to the bank and credit it in your account. At this period, God's powers are at this peak. That is, last year we celebrated it without the name. This year we coined the name for it, and we named it NUMBREYO. You can see that's a combination of numbers and embryo. So, what does it mean? The production of numbers. That's how the two numbers came about. The two names NUMBREYO came about. So, apart from it's a festival of numbers, those days are when God's powers are at its strongest point. So this March, we are heating up with 369, starting from the 6th of March to the 9th of March. Directives on how the festival will go shall be directed to us. Of course, we all know that during this event, we don't just deal on numbers, we also deal on colors, because colors are very important for us. These are the things that you should know about as far as you exist in this universe. These are all part of you. You don't have to be passive about something that is so vital to your existence. Expand your consciousness. Don't limit yourself. If God wanted you to be a fool, He wouldn't have given you brains. If God wanted you to be stupid, He wouldn't have given you brains. And God has given you brains. Why are you limiting yourself? And you're saying you don't want to anger God. You don't want to anger God by thinking outside the box. You don't want to anger God by reading other information, acquiring extra knowledge, doing other things that you never knew about for your own advantage. And you say you don't want to anger God. Why would God give you brains if God didn't want you to use it? Let's not limit ourselves and limit our thinking. NUMBREYO is the reason why our March is going to be magical. Because we are going to prepare for this festival, prepare for the event, and participate. It comes with a lot of prayers, rites, to connect you to the powers of God, the powers of the universe, whatever you choose to call it. I've told you people that it's all the same. Religion is only a means. Religion is not the end. Religion is not the end. If you understand this, then you'll be more tolerant. You stop hating people based on religion. Religion is only a means. It's not the end. The end is God. Just imagine you're heading to New York. Of course, there are so many airlines you can use to head to New York. And many of them will stop, they will lay by at different locations. Yeah. But at the end, New York is the final destination. Yeah. It's all New York. That's where everybody's landed. But some might land at different time because of the airline. But at the end, it's all New York. So that's what religion represents. And God is there waiting for everybody to arrive using your own vehicle. So, NUMBREYO is an event for all, irrespective of your religious affiliation. No matter what you believe in, I urge you to participate. I encourage you to participate. There is one thing that unites almost everybody together, and that thing is the belief that there are actually forces higher and stronger than us. I've come across a lot of people who don't believe in God. And after discussing with them, I discovered that they actually believe in God. What they don't believe in is certain religious interpretation of God. Because certain religion interpreted God in a particular way that make God look small, or make God look like a funny image. And they say, no, this can't be God. Because of that, we don't believe in that. No. We don't believe that God can just be that jealous like a boyfriend. No. Because of that, many say no, that cannot be God. But when you discuss with people, you discover that they actually believe that there is something, certain powers, certain forces higher than them and more powerful than them. And as I stated earlier, once you believe in that, then I consider it that you believe in God. So, NUMBREYO 369 is only a code name from 6th to 9th of March. The first three you're seeing represent the month of March. That is the third month of the year. The 6th you're seeing is the 6th day of the third month. And the 9 you're seeing is the 9th day of the third month. So 369, NUMBREYO 369 is the first of the month. And the theme for this one is because I am counted worthy. That is the theme of this one. NUMBREYO 369. And I tell you that I am the only one who celebrates this festival in the whole world. Find out. Nobody does. And if I tell you, find out, you can find out. The internet is your friend. All sorts of information is there. I am the only one who is celebrating this festival because it was revealed to me, not to Abraham, not to Tut, not to Socrates, but me. And I have the right to say it was revealed to me because that's the same way certain things were revealed to those who have come before us. And when I tell you about manipulation of numbers and what science is all about, I tell you that science is all about manipulation of numbers. And those who have that capacity to manipulate those numbers better have advantage over others. That is what I stated earlier. And I tell you that when you participate in this program, in this festival, your consciousness shall be deepened. You shall become more calculative. Your decisions shall become more measured. Everything is in your decision. Your failure, your success, all in your decision. You decide what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And that also decides the result that you get. It's principle of cause and effect. When you participate in this event, this festival, you shall be wiser, because wisdom is also buried in numbers. Most importantly, you shall begin to make financially successful decisions. So these festivals, this particular festival we're going to have in few days, NUMBREYO 369, the theme is because I am counted worthy. Because God has counted you worthy to participate in this festival. God has counted you worthy to be alive. God has counted you worthy to be successful. God has counted you worthy to be respectful, to be productive, because God has counted you worthy to succeed in everything you do. And that is the theme of NUMBREYO 369 2024. Because I am counted worthy. So no matter what you're going through, no matter the state of confusion you found yourself, yes, the world is at a tipping point. No matter the challenges, you sit and you're thinking, what comes next for me? You don't even know what you're going to do in the next second, because your brain is all filled with clusters of confusion. When you participate in NUMBREYO 369 2024 with title Because I Am Counted, because I am counted worthy, you shall really be counted worthy. Those clusters of confusion in your brain shall begin to recede. You shall find peace that eludes you, because you can't find peace. You're scared. You're scared of what is about to happen, what might happen next. But I tell you that when you participate in NUMBREYO 369, you shall no longer be afraid. And you look at yourself, you ask yourself, what am I even doing here? Sometimes you consider, should I just end it? And I tell you that when you participate in NUMBREYO 369, you exactly know why you are here. And you know how to go about your responsibilities as a proud citizen of this planet. The most important thing is you shall begin to unlock the matrix part of the number part of you, because you are also a set of numbers. It's also numbers that rule your personal life. If you know how to master numbers, you will know your lucky numbers, knows the certain days that work for you, certain days that don't work for you. You know certain months that work for you. You know certain things that you engage in that work for you and the ones that don't work for you. They are all timed. They are all timed in your life. And I tell you that as you are there is a timing in your life to be successful. There is also a timing in your life not to be successful, all within your lifespan. If you can manipulate numbers, then you should be able to know the period that is your peak period. You have your peak period, you have your down period. It's universal. During your down period, nobody is going to help you out because that's your down period. That is what we call universal order. That is what we call universal order. Order does not beg you to respect it. Order enforces what it wants. So, NUMBREYO 369, 2024. Because I am counted worthy. So we have to get ready, be prepared, and wait for further directives. So now you know, when we posted it, so many people were asking, what is that? Some were asking why the numbers. Some were asking what's the name all about. It sounds German. Some say it sounds Central European. And they said, don't worry, we're going to explain. And that explanation is coming right now. And I hope you do enjoy it. NUMBREYO 369. And I tell you that in the next 5 years, this is going to be a global festival. Take it to the bank and credit it in your account. In the next 5 years, it's going to be a global event. When I mean global, hosted in so many big cities around the world. NUMBREYO 369. Because I am counted worthy to bring this information to the world. Because I am counted worthy to let the world know that number is at the beginning and at the end of everything we do. Get prepared, prepare yourself so that we can roll. Do not forget that I am the one leading you through. And those who have come closer know that I do not mislead. Many of us have come very close and they have become part of my family. And I appreciate them a lot, as much as they appreciate me. And so many will say, Ayovra, how did mistakes in the past? That's why I'm where I am. But I started following you since I got closer to you, just like scales are falling off my eyes. I'm seeing things that I never. That's the truth. When we see things happening around the world, things people I see on the internet, I hear people fake miracle, the things I read. Some people are paid. Some people are paid to testify. When I hear all that, read all that, see all that, I say, no, I don't want to get myself involved in this. And because of that, we downplay our miracles. We don't share them. Our members can testify. All of them have, many of us here have got big testimony that if we have to announce it, maybe people will start rushing to this place. And I have stated it severally. I don't want anybody, don't follow me because you want a miracle. Don't. If your aim of following Ayora is for you to sleep tonight and wake up a billionaire, please unfollow. I'm not the right person for you. If that's what you wish for, please don't unfollow me. If you're here to gain wisdom, gain knowledge, expand, strengthen your spirituality, and know that you are also a God in your own capacity, then you are at the right place. And then you're following the right figure. You have to do it yourself. And let me tell you, the science we see today, every beautiful thing we are seeing today, science does. You see, those things were once spiritual. It used to be spirits, spirits, spirits all the way. Like 2,000 years, 3,000 years ago, it was all spirits all the way. When you are sick, you consult. You consult the spirits, and the spirits will tell you what to do, the herbs to take, or the rice to do, and your sickness is gone. When you want to find out about something that will happen in the future, you consult. But as time went on, humans started evolving to the status of God. And instead of those spirits consulting for human, those spirits started directing humans how to do those things themselves. You have to get my point. Those spirits that humans used to consult, forget about what science is telling us, making it look like spirituality is a joke, or making it look like everything is just physical, no spiritual plane. Some people will tell you, "Oh, science is everything." Science is everything. Yes, I love it. I am a scientist myself. So I know what it means. I know what science does. So what are we talking about? 3,000, 2,000 years ago, spirits were actually doing all those things for humans. But as humans started evolving, of course, you can't be spoon-fed all your life. You can't be a baby all your life. I don't know why some humans, especially in Africa, I don't know why they feel they will remain babies forever. Why would you think that God will keep feeding you every morning? You wake up in the morning, "Oh God, I need food." What is wrong with you? God has given you the powers to make food. That's exactly how it was in Europe and in other civilized areas 2,000, 3,000 years ago. But of course, at a point, instead of those spirits telling them, "Okay, use these herbs and use these herbs and get well," those spirits started revealing it to them. Now you can be doing this yourself. You don't have to consult me. Master the act of medication. Master the act of surgery. Master the act of human anatomy so that you can do it yourself. So that when you're sick, you don't have to consult us. You consult one of you who is a medical practitioner, and he will be able to give you the right medication. Because humans started evolving to the status of God. And the more we evolve to the status of God, the more God leaves certain responsibilities to us. This is very important. And I tell you, you may not hear this anywhere. Just like a classic Ayurveda teaching. That is how science came about. Science is a precious gift from God to mankind. Do not be afraid to use your brain and think. Do not be afraid to maximize your ideology. Do not be afraid. If God wanted you a fool, there is no need giving you brain. There wouldn't have been any need for that. Just as we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence, we will talk about all that later when the time comes. And I will tell you there's nothing artificial about artificial intelligence. Absolutely nothing artificial. It's real intelligence. When the time comes, we discuss that. But this is God granting us certain powers to be like Him. That is what we are seeing playing out. If you are not ready to be like God, then you are not ready to live, especially you are not ready to exist in the new order that we are talking about. And things that God does is what God also wants us to do. After all, those of you who are Christians, you see it in your Bible when Jesus Christ was telling his disciples that what I do, you can even do better. That you can even do everything you see me do, you can even do better. How can you do better if you're not in tuned? How can you? But he's also assuring you that what I'm doing is, yes, it appears unique to you, but you can actually do better than this. And this is exactly the voice of God. God will look at us and say, see, I've given you guys all the powers you need to be like me. Just walk and be like me. That power is what we want to explore at NUMBREYO 369 2024. Because we are counted worthy to explore these powers. I wish to thank all of us who have made our time to come to this program. I want to thank you. And in a recap, let me just summarize all we've said, all I've said, so that we can end the program. And if you are enjoying the conversation, please state your own, what you think, your idea, how you feel. Just put it on the comment section. Okay? And then we say that this program is the theme is the magic of March. And we say that March is a very significant month, even from history. And we say that some of us who read about Julius Caesar, we also knew about the warning, beware of the eyes of March. If you look at history, March has been a very significant month. And we say for us, it's a very big month for us because it's the month that we are doing our festival tagged NUMBREYO 369. And we spoke about what NUMBREYO is all about. And we talked about numbers. I shared how NUMBREYO came about, my journey to see how numbers connect us to the universe. From there, we also spoke about Enclave. That starting from next Thursday, Enclave will now be aired live, just like we are airing this live. It shall be aired live, so it won't be exclusive to registered members alone. Others also need it. Others are clamoring for it. And many people will also want to listen when they are not available, because some of us are still not available and they will hope to listen or watch later. And we are also soliciting for ideas on how we can make Enclave a top event. We want to make it a top event. And we are soliciting for ideas. Should we make it a podcast? If we have to make it a podcast, how do we go about that? Who has got knowledge about it? If you know about it, or if that is your line of business, you can contact us. If you're a producer, you know that you can produce or you can make skits, or you can also, or you know that you have something to participate or something to contribute in the Enclave. Of course, you can chat up. Enclave is our Thursday assembly where we discuss everything. We interact, we share ideas, we share spirituality, we ask questions, physical questions. Of course, this is Eye of Ra, the melting point of spirituality, science, and native wisdom. Everything in one. That is the three in one about Eye of Ra. So on Thursdays, we gather together, we bring one topic, we discuss, we enlighten people's mind, educate people, tell people what is true, what is fantasy, what is fact, and what they can do to get the best out of their lives. So, on this note, I will end this particular broadcast, and let us prepare. Further directives on NUMBREYO shall be given to us. And if you're just joining, we say that God's powers are strongest during certain days in certain months of the year. So if you're just joining, you can just listen again, watch again, and get updated. Thank you very much for attending this event, this particular broadcast. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your audience. May light on our path. Bye and remain blessed.